and the U.S. Coast Guard. Do we have any Coast Guardsmen out there? All right, well, we're going to clap for them anyway. All right, Air Force, Airmen, please stand to be recognized. Folks, thank you so much for your service. We appreciate you. And as Linda had mentioned a little earlier, we have a special guest that's going to say a few words today. Chief Warrant Officer Scott Sneen, who is the husband of Jennifer Sneen, one of our HR recruiters. Please join me in welcoming Scott.
I'll try to speak a little bit loud so, this is on. State Farm's always ready. All right, so thank you, Linda and Jeff, both for that warm welcome. Thank you to everybody here for being here today. So it's really a tremendous occasion for all of us, especially to come together as a family. So thank you for that. And then before I begin, I just feel compelled to tell you this quick story about how it came to be to stand here today. So I travel quite a bit for work. And about a week and a half ago, I was in Japan, in Tokyo, for a bilateral military conference. And typically when I'm gone, I get this message, on my phone as I get ready to leave the country and come back home. And it's a honeydew list, is what it is. And you'll always have, the typical, hey, when you get home, you change some light bulbs, maybe the oil change, cut the grass. And as I'm boarding my flight to come back, I see this little line at the bottom, speak at State Farm's Veterans Day Summit. What does that mean? So I spent the next 11 and a half hours on this flight just wallowing in anxiety about how large is this group going to be, and who do I say that? So to come in here today and see this forum, it's welcoming, and I appreciate it. So thank you for that opportunity. I just want to make sure that everybody understood that. All right, so now we just went through kind of something I was going to talk about here to see how many veterans were in the room, and it's a great amount of them. I also wanted to ask you, just raise your hand quick, do you have any family members that are serving in the service? Oh, that's awesome, look at that, hands up. What about even a family friend that serves in the military? All right, excellent. So my point being with that is that all of us are either directly or indirectly associated with a military veteran. I think that's what really makes today just a little bit more special, is that we all have that personal attachment to the holiday itself. So how did we get here? So you may have heard this before, but on the 11th hour, the 11th month, the 11th day, back in 1918, when World War I came to an end, that was known as Armistice Day. And it was to honor those veterans that had gone off and fought in World War I, the war to end all wars. And it stayed that way until 1954. Following the Korean War, we signed Armistice there, and then Congress officially recognized it, the holiday as Veterans Day, and that's what we have from moving forward from there. And Veterans Day is not just about honoring those who went into combat and fought, an enemy that threatened our country, but it's also about those who fought during peacetime and served during peacetime. It's all about preservation of American democracy. So everybody who puts on that uniform is a part of that, and that's why we celebrate Veterans Day. One of the favorite quotes that I saw was from Michael de Montaigne, he's a writer. He said that valor is stability not of the legs or of the arms, but of the courage and of the soul. And I think that that's something that all veterans strive for. It's about fighting for a commitment or a cause with bravery and commitment. Now, I may be a little bit biased in my opinion here, but I have served, I've been really blessed to serve with some of the finest men and women to ever wear this uniform. And these are absolute patriots. Not a terrible football team, but they are patriots. These are just ordinary people. These are people that were willing to leave their families, leave their homes, leave their jobs, put all that behind them and go off and fight to preserve our democracy. And I think that's something that's really special. Some of these people obviously are right here amongst us today. They sit next to you at your desk. They might share a table with you at work. So for that, I thank you for welcoming them back into the workforce and welcoming them into the State Farm family. As a State Farm spouse, As a State Farm spouse, I am very cognizant that each of you has your own State Farm story. So I just want to take a few moments to kind of share part of my Army story with you. So I've been serving on active duty for about 25 years now. Currently serve as a Deputy Collection Manager for Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance over at America's First Corps across the street at JBLM. And I know that sounds like a bunch of military jargon, and that's what it is. We put a lot of words into things, and that makes it sound good. But essentially, I take intelligence requirements that our commanding general would have, and we kind of leverage whatever assets we have to answer those requirements for him. So this could be done through the use of high-altitude drones or voice intercept, measurement of electronic signatures, things like that. It's really interesting. But at the end of the day, our job is to find the enemy, analyze what his next move is, and then give that to the commander so that he can make a decision. So that's kind of what I've been doing for the last couple of decades. And throughout my service, I've been blessed to be stationed all over the United States. Been able to serve abroad at a few different locations. At one point, I actually needed to leave my family here in Washington State for 3 years straight without me. And during that time, State Farm did an amazing job taking care of my wife, my daughter, as well as my son. So for me to you, a very deep-hearted thank you for that. It really did keep us strong. I say being a military wife or military child is the toughest job in the Army, and that's absolutely true with that. So one question that I've been asked often during my time in the service is, what is combat like? And I'm going to give you the typical intel officer answer. It depends. It's different for everybody. Everybody has their own experience with it. So the Army isn't just a bunch of knuckle draggers that kick doors in and hunt for enemy forces. It's a community. It's doctors, it's lawyers, administrative professionals. It's a community, and we all come together to fight for that better cause. During my 3 combat deployments, they always begin in phases, kind of. So I would say it always begins with heart rate, because as many veterans here can attest to, no matter how many times you deploy or how many times you think you've prepared to leave your family, it's never easy, and it never gets any easier no matter how many times you do it. So you got that heart rate, but then that period kind of gets followed up by the realization that you're in a foreign country, you're in a hostile territory, so your senses become elevated, you kind of keep your head on a swivel and just really cautious about what's going on around you. And then once you get through that phase, just kind of settle into that your expectations are managed a little bit more. You kind of know what life is like and kind of ride that out for the remainder of the year that you're over there. Now, however, obviously this is going to be thrown into disarray in a second based off of something that happens. Or just remain in steady state and just have a nice, easy deployment. So I've experienced both, and I do prefer that second option. But I can assure you that every combat veteran in this room today will agree when I say that there is no better feeling than coming home, stepping off that airplane onto U.S. soil and into the arms of your family that's sitting there waiting for you. Knowing that all of you are going to spend that night under the same roof, turn the chapter in that part of your life and you're moving on to something new, is something that is amazing and you can't put into words. So that's something that I always like to kind of relay to people when they ask about what is combat like. It's all about that homecoming, really. Now, throughout my deployments in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, my observations and my direct interactions with the local populace, it really puts into perspective there's a disparity between the U.S. and these other countries, their quality of life, really. Seeing children selling trinkets in the street just to try to make $1 to help their family, seeing men herd sheep out in the field, it's 120 degrees outside, and they're out there in this field to try to make $1 for their family. We're seeing women who are oppressed of any right that we have here in this country because of the influence of the Taliban or Al-Qaeda. It just kind of makes you realize that maybe sometimes we take life a little bit for granted here in this country. We can be a little bit greedy because a good thing just kind of becomes an expectation. So I really think that just cherishing our way of life is really important. For instance, an example of that is I came home from a deployment one time, and my wife wanted to cook a meal, and it was burnt, but theoretically, if my wife had ever cooked a dinner and it was burnt, I would find it important to just be grateful for that and be thankful that we have that available in our life here, because there are people over there that just don't get that meal every day. So something else that stuck with me over the years is just what I refer to as the power of thank you. It's 2 words, it's 8 letters, thank you. If you're counting that up, I did myself. But sometimes we say it, we don't even think about it, How are you doing today? I'm nice, thank you. Someone holds the door for you, thank you. It's natural. But this form of gratitude towards the veteran service, it really does mean the world to us. It literally stops us in our tracks sometimes because it just fills you with pride of what you do. and often military services, we know it's our everyday job. It's what we do. So to hear someone say thank you for it, it just kind of makes you stop and realize that having that support of the community is really important to us. The other night we were at Costco. We were walking through. It was after work, and I was in my uniform, and a young gentleman just walked by and stopped, shook my hand, and said thank you, and it just caught me off guard. But I felt pride inside, and it was kind of like, wow, this is really good to have that in the community still after all these years we've been fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq, that people still have that want, that need to do things like that. So it meant a lot to me. I walked into my son's school. I don't remember the last time I walked into his school and I didn't have a group of kids yell out, "Thank you for your service." So it's just really neat to see even that younger generation. They understand what veterans are and what they did for our country. And I think that's just amazing that as parents and grandparents that we still instill those values in our younger generation. So in a world that's full of social media and fast-paced news cycle, I think that it becomes easy to find yourself maybe dissatisfied with either the government or with work or just life in general. But I just ask you to stop just for a moment and think about where this country was just a couple hundred years ago, or where this country might be if the veterans in this room today that came before us didn't want to fight for this country. They didn't fight for our freedoms. Think about where we would be today. So to our veterans today, I would tell you it doesn't matter what branch of service you served in or what your length of service was. The fact that you raised your right hand and you took that oath of enlistment, that's an act of bravery right there. And I commend you wholeheartedly for doing that and for motivating people like myself to get out there and follow in your footsteps. So something else that I get asked often is, what can I do to help preserve the American spirit? So I would say there's so many things you can do just in this community itself. You can get out and vote. You can speak out against just social injustices that you see happen. You can volunteer in the community. There's so many different things that you can do, and all of that drives the American spirit, and that's what this is all about. So as I kind of prepare for my own retirement here shortly, I do trust that tomorrow's generation is going to pick up that flag and continue running forward with it. And these may be your sons, they may be your daughters, they may be your grandchildren. So I think it's our responsibility to strengthen this country as much as we can, just one step at a time. So the veterans, such as those in attendance, and all across this great nation, as well as those who are serving right now in harm's way overseas, that they know that what they fought for, it's not in waste. And it's for the greater good, and it's going to continue to move on. To my fellow veterans here today, I challenge you to continue to share your story. Because the more we talk about the impacts of military service in our own life and to our families, the more that we can hold that up as a badge of honor. So don't let your story die off or hide it away. Tell everybody you can about it, because you've got a great history and it's worth sharing. So I'm absolutely proud of your service that you gave to our country. To the State Farm family, I just want to say thank you for honoring American veterans here today, for both our heroes, past, present, and future. It was humbling to walk in here today and see everybody, to be with this group. So I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here today. So thank you for your time and attention, and please enjoy the rest of your Veterans Day. Thank you.